Speak version equals 1.0 XMLNS equals http://www.w3.org/2001/10/synthesis. XMLNS. MSDTS equals https://www.w3.org/2001/MSDTS Lang equals NUS. Voice name equals NUS Neural. MSDTS. Express as style equals SAD. Style degree equals 1.8. Prosody rate equals -18%. Pitch equals -10%. I am 86 years old. I just watched my best friend die with nothing but regret. The man who was supposed to be my brother for life, my partner in crime, my confidant, my mirror, he's gone. My name is Harold Jenkins. I grew up in a small town in rural Texas. Tommy Lee was his name. We were inseparable from the moment we started school together. We went to the same church. We sang in the same choir. We even sang the same solo. We had the same sense of humor. We were two peas in a pod. As we grew older, our paths began to diverge. We both got married, but to different women. Tommy's wife, Emma, was a sweetheart. Mine, Ruth, was a firecracker. They lied to us, you know. They said marriage was forever. Tommy and I would meet up every week for lunch. We'd talk about our wives, our kids, our lives. Tommy would complain about his job, about Emma's nagging, about the state of the world. I'd listen and offer what little advice I could. We'd laugh, we'd cry, we'd commiserate. And then it happened. Tommy got sick. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer. The doctors said it was stage 4. We both knew what that meant. I was completely wrong. I thought Tommy would beat it. I thought he'd be one of those inspiring stories of a man who overcomes adversity. But it wasn't meant to be. He fought for a while, but the cancer spread. He lost his hair, his appetite, his energy. I watched my best friend wither away like a dying flower. Tommy always said he was afraid of dying alone. I made a promise to him that I'd be there for him, no matter what. The day he passed away, I was by his side, holding his hand. He looked up at me and said, "Harold, I'm sorry." "Sorry for what?" I asked. He just shook his head and closed his eyes. The regret, the pain, the sorrow, it was all there. I saw it. I felt it. I understood it. I was the last person he had left to share it with. Why didn't we take more photos? Why didn't we travel more? Why did we let our dreams fade? Why did we let life slip away? We were given 70 years to make a difference, to make a mark, to make memories. But we squandered it. We were caught up in the daily grind, in our petty concerns, in our own self-importance. We got caught up in the game of life, and we lost sight of what truly mattered. Tommy and I were no different. We were two old men who should have known better. Nobody told me this, but hindsight is 20/20ths. As I looked at Tommy, lying in that hospital bed, I thought about all the what-ifs. What if we had done things differently? What if we had taken more risks? What if we had loved more fully? What if we had lived more authentically? The what-ifs haunted me, taunted me, tormented me. I couldn't shake the feeling that I had failed my friend, that I had let him down. It took me years to come to terms with Tommy's passing. It took me years to acknowledge the pain, the regret, the sorrow. It took me years to realize that I had been wrong all along. I thought that when Tommy was gone, the pain would subside. But it only intensified. I felt like I was drowning in it, like I was suffocating under its weight. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't think, I couldn't live. But then something shifted. Something inside me awakened. I started to see the world in a different light. I started to understand that life is precious, that life is fleeting, that life is precious because it's fleeting. Tommy's death became a wake-up call for me. It became a reminder that every moment counts, that every breath matters. I started to live more, to love more, to cherish more. I started to appreciate the small things in life. I started to appreciate the beauty of a sunset, the sound of birds singing, the taste of a home-cooked meal. I started to appreciate the people around me, to appreciate their quirks, their flaws, their imperfections. I started to see the world as a tapestry of colors, of textures, of sounds. I started to feel alive. If there's one thing I want to impart to you, it's that life is a gift. It's a gift that we take for granted, that we squander, that we waste. It's a gift that we should cherish, that we should love, that we should honor. Tommy may be gone, but his legacy lives on in me. His legacy reminds me to live more, to love more, to cherish more. If this reached your heart, please subscribe. I still have things to say. I still have stories to share. I still have wisdom to impart. My name is Harold Jenkins, and I'm 86 years old. /prosody. /mstts. Express as. /voice. /speak.